Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Landorus Therian form and why you should be hunting those XL candies right now. First game I met with an ice type, you gotta love it, flying in ground, 4 times effective. So Landorus Therian form is going to be amazing, not only for Go Battle League but also for raiding as a ground type attacker here. It's not really doing anything when it comes down to flying at all, so but it does have Scorching Sands as well as Stone Edge, which is going to be quite amazing. And then Mud Shot for the quick move. And that's going to be gaining a ton of energy for you so you can spam those moves. You could also even go with Superpower. That's not a bad move either. All right. So we are going to be pairing it up with Dialga as well as Shadow Mewtwo. Shadow Mewtwo is going to be equipped as my buddy here. So you may want to raid Landorus right now. I know it's not going to be this form, but the candies are still going to be for this. So maybe you want to stack those up for when we do get this back, if you have 100 or 98 or something like that, or maybe a really good IV shiny. Definitely worth your investment, as you're going to see in this video here. I could have equipped it as best buddy, but I don't know, I just went with the Mewtwo here, and it is going to be 100% IV. All right, and you're going to need it because this thing is kind of squishy. And let's see what we have going on here. Mewtwo just sweeping up at the end like it usually does. Shadow Mewtwo just disgusting. Oh, taking out a Landorus there. Look at that. Look at that. Alrighty, next game. Taking that win up against the Ice lead. Alright, met with a Dialga. This is always going to be a good matchup for you here. So yeah, Scorching Sands is definitely going to be something you're going to want to run on this for sure. And yeah, we're just going to keep on spamming that. Of course, we're going to shield this up here. And they're going to be retreating, bringing in Giratina. We're going to go ahead and just go for the Scorching Sands, bring down their stats here. And great, look at that, bringing their attack down. Now we don't have to really worry about anything. Not that we did before, because we would have just Dragon Breath them down anyways. Shadow Ball, no problem. And looking good. Now we have all this energy here. Let's see what they're going to be bringing back into the battle. And it's going to be their own Dialga. We're going to go ahead and bait them with an Iron Head. Hopefully they shield this up, and they do fantastic. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it to another one, so we're just going to go for another Iron Head here. It looks like they threw at the same time. Let's see if that was actually going to... Nope. Nope. Oh, we still take that win too. Look at that. Oh, man. And they do have a Kyogre in the back. Well, you already know that we're going to be weak to that with our Landorus, so we're just going to stay right where we're at here. Simply shield that up, get to 2 Psy Strikes, and then take them out. That's all you really need to do. With Shadow Mewtwo, you just get to 2 Psy Strikes, and that's a wrap for pretty much everything in the game. All right, and we're taking that win with 3 Pokemon left. All right, let's keep it going here. What are we going to see for our next battle? It's going to be a Zacian. Okay, no problem. This is a matchup that we can handle here. So they do swap into their Dragonite. We're going to just throw Stone Edge. Just see if we can land this here and then farm them down really quick. Or they're going to go ahead and shield that up. Sounds good. And we're going to bring in our Dialga, as they did have that Fairy type, right? So we're just going to go ahead and get this out of the way here. Hitting me with a Superpower. Now we do have enough health to survive the quick move on the Zacian to get to the Iron Head, I do believe. Hopefully. Let's see if they have Quick Attack or Snarl. And it looks like we might be able to get there. Oh, frickin' A, that's not good. All right, so that Zacian has a whole hell of a lot of energy. We're just going to go ahead and bring in the Landorus. Shield it up. Play rough. Okay, well, we can take that hit. They have a Dialga they're swapping into. Okay, Scorching Sands. Let's get it going here. Landorus, let's go. And I think we're going to stay right where we're at. Bam, you win CMP with this thing most of the time. It is amazing. And this is not going to KO, but it's going to do quite a bit. And at this point, we can let the Landorus go down, bring in the Mewtwo to Psycho Cut them down, and then we're just going to have a lot of energy ready to go for their Zacian here. And we'll be able to shield them up too if we need to. All right, is this going to KO them? Oh my goodness, this Shadow Mewtwo is just disgusting, folks. Okay, it's so damn good. All right, next game, what are we going to see? Oh, let's get it going. Solgaleo, let's see it. All right, they're going to be swapping into their Annihilate. We're going to go ahead and hit them with the Scorching Sands, lower that attack, and then bring in our Mewtwo to have a little fun here. We're going to have to still shield Shadow Ball. I think that, I don't know if that would be enough, but they do bait me there with the Ice Punch, unfortunately. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Psy Strike, and they're going to be using their first shield. Okay. And I think I may shield this up and just Psycho Cut them down. All right, so we shield up the Shadow Ball. Can we Psycho Cut them down? Fantastic. Now we've got 2 Psy Strikes ready to go, but we're going to be throwing Shadow Ball here, as they did have that Solgaleo, and it's just going to take a couple more to get to the next one. Oh, they're going to swap into their Palkia Origin, and we're going for the Psy Strike. Very good. and swapping into our Dialga. This is still amazing. I mean, we have all three. I think they're just going to back out, and we take that win. I mean, we did have an amazing lead, okay? That's just the way it goes. Mewtwo sounds good. Let's see what we have going on here for this. So, of course, you're just going to go for the Scorching Sands. I mean, Stone Edge is going to be reserved for flyers, basically, okay? You're not going to really be throwing that too often. Or you could be, depending on what the meta throws at you. All right, bringing in the Dialga here, and they're going for the Shadow Ball and bringing in a Tyranitar. I love to see this here. Perfect. Going for the Iron Head, and we're going to be getting their last shield. And that bite really is digging in, I think. Oh, they could have farmed us down. Oh, no. That would have been so good for them, too. All right, but they're going to be throwing that energy. Still holding on to 2 of my shields here. And, of course, we're going to be bringing in the Landorus because, well, Bite's going to be doing a lot of damage to that Shadow Mewtwo. Going to immediately throw this so we can keep all the health that we have here before they get to their next charge move, right? And they do have a Rayquaza. If I can get to the Stone Edge, oh my goodness. This is going to pretty much one-shot it, okay? And good night. Oh, it does one-shot. Oh, man, they back out. We take that win. Let's go. Let's keep it going here. Definitely want to raid this for sure, okay? This is why I haven't really been doing too many. I don't need another shiny for the other form, and I'm pretty much good. Unless you do want to kind of get enough XL candies to max out one, and then when they do release a Shadow, ooh, that's going to be something there. Very squishy, but crazy hard hitting for raids and Master League. All right, so we're going to go ahead and shield that Shadow Ball up, go for that Scorching Sands to continue to lower their attack here. And I don't know if we can... Yeah, could have threw that there, huh? Let's see how much this does. It's going to be a Shadow Ball. Sounds good. Okay, we're retreating with energy on our Landorus and bringing in the Dialga to farm them down, and they're bringing in a Melmetal. That's okay. I mean, you know, it could be worse, I suppose. All right, so we're going to see them throwing their superpower here. Okay, going to go straight for the Draco Meteor. It's going to obviously do more damage since they lowered their defense with that superpower, and they're letting it go, holding on to the both of their shields. Okay. All right, what do we want to do? Bring in the Landorus to farm them down. They lowered their stats, able to do that there, and they have a Palkia, so we're going to throw both of these as fast as possible before the game does frame skip, and it doesn't allow me to actually hit the damn charge move, but we're able to get to both of them. Fantastic. Bringing in Mewtwo here, and we're going to be able to outpace them. The only thing we have to do is kind of call the Spatial Rend, or at least call the Aqua Tail. So we're going to go ahead and call this here. Let's just say it's an Aqua Tail, and it is. Fantastic. Now we're going to be looking good to take this win here. Now, if we did shield up an Aqua Tail, they could have got to the Spatial Rend, which could have been enough to take us out, because we are Shadow Mewtwo after all, and Spatial Rend does hit pretty hard. But we're taking that win there. If I'm talking a little weird, I'm still a little stuffy and congested, so that's why I'm not, you know, usually, I don't know if I sound different or not, but whatever. There you go. What are we up against here? Zacian. All right, all right, all right. And they are catching with a Gyarados with the Scorching Sands, retreating with energy on that Zacian. And we're going to go ahead and bring in our Dialga to go up against this. I do believe it has Dragon Tail, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a look here. And yeah, it's definitely Dragon Tail. Legacy? Pretty good, right? I think Dragon Breath is just all around the best, but, you know, Dragon Tail can be damn good, too. All right, we're taking that win there. They're bringing the Zacian back. I would assume this is a play rough. Wild Charge. Okay. Gonna let this go, too. Probably close combat now. Yeah. Yeah, got me. You sure tricked me. All right, and anyways, bringing in the Landorus. Now we know what moves they have. Wild Charge actually still does a good amount of damage here. Yeah, pretty crazy. And they do swap into a dragon. What dragon was that? Dragon Breath, what? Dialga. Oh, hell yeah, you'd love to see that. Get into the Scorching Sands. They let it go. Very interesting choice there. Going to go for another one to lower their attack. Bring in the Mewtwo. And I don't know if I can Psycho Cut them down. We're going to have to call an Iron Head here. All right, let's go. That's what happens when you lower the attack by 2 stages. Can take a hit even with the Shadow Mewtwo. And Psy Strike, they're saving that last shield for the Zacian, but I don't know, it's a little rough here for them. It's over. Yeah, it's over. Quick moves would have taken them out. Taking that win there, even if they used the shield, it was a wrap. All right, we have a mirror match here. Mine's actually going to be a higher combat power, so I'm going to be able to win the CMP. Even as it's not equipped as my best buddy too, so very nice. Gonna go straight for that Stone Edge here. Next one, it is gonna be a Scorching Sands. I think we're gonna go for that to try to bait them. And they do that first, lower my attack right out the gate there. We're gonna go ahead and go for our own Scorching Sands, see if we can get a shield, because they're gonna get KO'd if they let it go. And they call it. All right, very good. Called it, or they didn't care if it went down. So we're gonna go ahead and just bring in Dialga Take out their ground type. Let's see if they have another counter to Dialga here in the back. And yeah, that definitely do. But at least we have Iron Head, plus getting Stab. And that's the thing about Dialga, why it's just so freaking good. Yeah, so damn good. Just wait until we get the Hisuian Goodra. That's going to be intense, right? Hopefully it's going to be good. They're going to release it raids first, make their money, and then years later they'll allow you to evolve it. I'm sure that's what's going to happen, maybe. Alright, so no shields have been used on either end. They do have a Palkia Origin in the back. We're able to get to the Sandsear Storm to lower the attack. And it's going to be all up to the Shadow Mewtwo, but this is getting a little close here. 2 shields on my end, but I don't know. So they're letting that go. Okay, very interesting. We're going to shield up this Aqua Tail. Hopefully Psycho cut them down. Oh, damn. That's really unfortunate. I really needed to do that. So we're going to let it go, but we still have enough health here. And yeah, I would have been able to take that win, get to 2 Side Strikes until they back out. Next game, what are we going to see? Dialga, and we have Mewtwo in the front now. Okay, very interesting. So we'll stay right where we're at, I suppose. Build up to a potential Focus Blast, and of course shield this up. Side Strikes are still doing a lot from Shadow Mewtwo to Dialga. Shadow Ball is going to be more ideal to go for, but if they shield it up, you never know. See exactly. And now we'll go ahead and throw the Shadow Ball here. If they want to shield this up, then we're going to have to swap immediately and bring in that Landorus. And they're going to be countering me with their Kyogre. Alright, so not looking good for me here. But that's alright, we'll see if we can work around this. Pretty sure we can, as they are shieldless at this point. And if they have a Fairy in the back, well, we have Iron Head on Dialga to have a little fun with that, right? Okay, so we've lowered their attack by 2 stages. They take me out with Surf. Now we're going to go ahead and bring in our Dialga to farm them down, start building up energy, and get ready for whatever they bring in next. And they don't even get off a charge move. Sounds good to me. Bringing in their Dialga again. Now this could be a Draco, so we're going to go ahead and shield it up. And it is an Iron Head bait. Son of a gun. So we get to the Draco here. Now we're going to be able to fix the debuff on us by swapping into that Mewtwo here. It is going to be a Togekiss. Oh, I needed to get to that Side Strike. I can't take the win here anymore. We're going to get to the Iron Head. Pretty sure this is an ancient power here, but it's not going to be quite enough to take them out. But hey, still put up a good fight here. Yeah, that is a wrap for me. And they take the win with about 5 HP. Good game. Moving it on, what are we going to see next? An Excadrill, another Steel type with our Mewtwo in the front after we took off the Landorus. Going for the Side Strike because you don't really need to go for Shadow Ball, to be honest with you. It's just going to be a waste. It's doing a little bit more. Not quite enough to Psycho cut them down at that point, so might as well go for 2 Side Strikes. Go for the next one. And they shield it up. We're going to... Oh, I was trying to swap to catch a Drill Run here, but unfortunately they already locked in. So we're going to go ahead and just let it go. Bring in the Landorus, and hopefully we can farm them down. But they're immediately swapping, bringing in their Gyarados. So we're just going to go ahead and go for the Stone Edge. Use a shield here, so now it's going to be 1-to-1. That's okay. That Excadrill doesn't have the most health in the world anyways. Stone Edge is going to do a lot. Swapping into our Dialga. Hopefully we might be able to farm down the Excadrill. No, they're going to get to it. Oh yeah, at 1 HP. So I think we had, yeah, just had to shield this up. And it's going to be a Togekiss again. Oh my goodness. All right, but we're looking a lot better this time. Even though we don't have a shield, we've got a lot of health as well as energy built up here. Getting to both of the Iron Heads. So they're out of shields at this point. Doing a lot of damage there. So they can farm us down, but there's nothing that's going to be able to KO the Landorus at this much health, unfortunately for them. Flamethrower is the best thing they get. Well, I mean, with Dazzling Gleam, but nobody really runs that. Getting to the Sandsear Storm, I mean, that's all we need to do. I mean, yeah, they had like 2 HP. Taking that win with the Landorus at the end there. Very good. Next game, Mewtwo in the lead still, and Tapu Bull, okay. And Nature's Madness is what makes this thing actually pretty okay now, right? I personally, I don't know. I don't think, I just don't rate enough to do these things. Again, if I had a lot in my area, I would go out there and do it. It's just not worth it. We need a little bit more. Just a little bit more for it to be viable. Here, the problem is they just don't spawn enough. Yeah, and I'm not going to spend all my days just out here like waiting for them to spawn. It takes a lot of time to do some of these videos. All right, but anyway, what do we have going on here? Mewtwo, all right, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and go for that Sandsear Storm and lower their attack right out the gate. Now with my odds, they'll have Ice Beam. All right, let's see it. Oh, Side Strike. Okay, sounds good. Going for another one of these here, which will be enough to KO the Mewtwo, right? Yeah, would have been barely. Nah, they still would have been alive, I think. Letting this one go here. He did everything we needed to do. And they have a Groudon at the back. So if we can catch, that'd be great. Well, that's Fire Punch. Well, that's just Fire Punch. Yeah. Sorry, buddy. You just helped me win. So this will be another Fire Punch here. We're going to let it go. And yeah. And just go straight for the Draco and take the win. Their Mewtwo can't take us out with Psycho Cut. Even if we've lowered our attack here, we're still going to be able to get there. I'll swap into our Mewtwo. Whatever. Let's go for it. And we're looking good here to take another win. So as you can see, Landorus really putting in the work. It's pretty squishy, but definitely something you're going to want in your arsenal. Because here's the thing. You want to invest in Pokemon that are both good for multiple uses, right? I mean, you could even use this to go up against Team Rocket leaders or Rocket Grunts or whatever the case may be. I like to mostly focus on quick move pressure when it comes to Rocket Grunts, leaders, charge move pressure, right? So you can get those shields. Maybe a combination of both. But when it comes down to this Landorus here, it's going to be good up against raids, good in Master League. And yeah, I mean, it's just an all-around really good Pokemon to have, okay? Also, it looks freaking amazing. I don't like the humanoid form. I like the more so of like this dog form. A lot better, definitely, especially the shiny. But I did get 100, so here we are, right? And we do have a Shadow Mewtwo over there. Okay, we're going to go ahead and let this go. It's probably going to be a Shadow Ball, Psy Strike, all right. And getting to another one here. Gonna go ahead and let that go as well. Oh, barely surviving. They get to a couple more Psycho Cuts there, bringing in the Landorus to take them down. They have that Groudon in the back, or should I say Dialga, and we take that win. Next opponent, what are we gonna see here? Another Landorus, or not another, but a Landorus here. Okay, start the show up against it. Let's see what it can do. Winning the CMP, I mean, this is like one of the few things that can beat it out as far as that CMP is concerned. Because of Mewtwo, right? So Mewtwo's attack is insane. And then you do have Blacephalon, which is going to be beating Mewtwo in CMP. So if you do have one of those maxed out in the Master League, that's just going to be destroying. Well, when it comes down to CMP, the thing cannot take a hit. All right, so they're in here with their Groudon. Okay, why do I keep calling it Groudon? Dialga. And we're getting a shield there. Building up extra energy. Probably could have threw us a little bit sooner, but actually I think I know what I'm doing. So we want to farm up extra. Okay, yeah. That's what we wanted to do. Go ahead and take them out here. And bring it back to that Landorus to get to the Stone Edge. Very good. And what's going to happen now? We still have Dialga. Oh, we'll let this go easy. If they throw a Sansir Storm, we'll swap. Okay, Stone Edge just takes us out immediately. And they do have their own fairy in the back. Sounds good, no problem. I mean, we can let a close combat go, play rough, it doesn't really matter because Dialga is just a beast like that. Look at that Iron Head damage. We're gonna go ahead and bring in that Mewtwo here because I don't know why. There was really no point to do that. I mean, maybe. And they get to the charge move, but we still have a shield left, so we'll go ahead and use that right about now. And, oh, shoot, they get to another one. Close combat's gonna do a lot. Buddy. Can we get to the charge move? Oh my goodness, we do, and we take the win up against Landorus. Let's go. All right, next game, what are we going to see here? Just got a couple here, a couple more battles. Maybe this might even be the last one. All right, Dialga. Okay, let's go. Let's do this battle. Let's do this thing. Building all the way up there, and we're just going to go ahead and spam the Psy Strikes. Kind of just my norm thing to do. Yeah, never know if it's a Focus Blast. I might just switch it back tomorrow. So if you go up against me, don't think it's Shadow Ball. Could be Focus Blast. Now we're going to go ahead and go for a Shadow Ball this time. And they're going to be using Bolt Shields. They swap again. Very reminiscent of what we've seen before. Getting to the Sansir Storm before they actually throw it. They survive with freaking 1 HP. Can ya believe it? What is this going to be? Iron Head? No problem. Sounds good to me. So we still do have our Dialga in the back, but our Mewtwo as well as our Landorus are not looking too great. So let's see what happens here. Oh, well, this is actually pretty decent for us here. If we lower their attack, we should be able to get to the Psy Strike up against them with our Mewtwo. Let's see what happens. Definitely not shielding this up. It's probably going to be a Fire Punch, yeah. And we can get to another one, lowering their attack by 2 stages. But at this point, they're going to be able to farm a decent amount of... So we're trying to swap, but they throw. Perfect. So they're using up all that energy at this point. So now I think I can just go in here with Dialga and farm them down. Yeah. And they do have a Yveltal in the back, which we do need to look out for Focus Blast. But that was definitely not going to be built up there to Focus Blast. So we'll let that go. And just going to go straight for the Draco Meteor here. Take the win and call it a day. Let's go. And there you have it. Your Landorus. Definitely get out there and get some of those XL candies. for sure worthy of your power up. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!